What do you do with yourself these days? Retired, got your fingers in a few pies, I understand. But, yeah, mate, what do you do?
Couple of pies, couple of poke bowls. Leading into my retirement, we sort of were looking at what we're going to do long term. And my wife, Tennille, she's set up a business, been running a bit over 6 years now in Townsville. Sporty Kids Australia, it's a physical activity for young ones, which is all about just getting moving, getting active from a young age, all sort of growth development programs and gymnastics, bit of dancing and stuff as well. But so that's what keeps her busy. But then on my side, we invested in a food franchise, quick service food franchise, and it hasn't been that successful. When I say that successful, we just had a lot of challenges. The first time we opened in Townsville, we lost that in the floods in 2019. So that's a challenge. Then that's rolled into 2020. We expanded into a few more shops. There's sort of 5 of us that bought the group, and we spread from Cairns down through to Brisbane, and then just COVID happened, rents, people weren't working out in the cities. So we've had our challenges, but we're still hanging in there. We're still having a swing. The food, keeping the brand alive. Suki, shout out to Suki Restaurants.
I go there I'm not just saying this because of you. I go there quite a bit, and I'd never use my Cowboys discount. I always pay full freight.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's because we know how much you're getting paid. it's been heavily reported. You're doing okay.
Mate, I'm over it.
And everything in the paper is so true. So.
I know. So, but I love it. I'm not just saying it because you're an owner. Like it's tasty. It's beautiful.
It is, and it's something that North Queensland doesn't have. And no disrespect to North Queensland, we're steak and chips and burger and chips kind of people, and sushi. And that's what we do in North Queensland, and everyone's a little bit tentative to try something new. But as you know, you've come from a couple of different towns and lived in a few different areas that have different offerings, and it's been very well received by a lot of people. It's just it's just been challenging the last couple of years with everything that's gone on, not just here in North Queensland, in the state, in Australia, and the world. So we had some big things on the horizon, but now we've taken a few steps back. But like I said, we're trying to stay relevant and move forward.
That's small business, isn't it? Got to pivot, got to move.
Left foot, right foot, short ball, hit a line. That's all I've never known. So
you've done that well over the course of your career. So
so that stuff was easy. So this stuff now, it just felt like setting up for retirement. You think, all right, we've got this cash. Let's go and invest, and let's see where we get to. And look, hospitality is not for the faint at heart. And look, I haven't been able to give it my time in the shops and stuff like that. I've tried a little bit, but it's also at a point where what else was I going to do? That was supposed to be a churn in the background, and I was just going to be part of it, be a little bit of a face to start with. But it's challenging. There's not a person that's been in business that I'll say has breezed through the last few years. So add into that, we'll call it retiring or changing careers. That's a challenge in itself. So look, add into that family pressures, life, finding out where the next dollar's coming from. But it's all good. I can't complain. And
you're also doing a bit of work still around the club, mate. I quite often see your rude head around the corridors, popping in, around, speaking to the boys. Tell us a bit about your role at the club and how you've enjoyed, I guess, still being, around the club and seeing some of the boys.
Being around the club, as you know, I don't do anything out on the field with you as footy-wise, but I still speak to a lot of the guys about their footy and how that's all going. And my role, day-to-day role, business development manager in the commercial sponsorship team, and it's all about growing the partners that we have and looking for new business, looking for new opportunities to bring people into the Cowboys family, which has been very rewarding, but it's challenging at times, but it's still got a common language. Yes, it's about some dollars and some objectives that companies want to have partnering with the club, but common language is footy, and that's very easy for me to talk about. And I'm still this close to footy, but I'm still a mile away as well. So I'm still on the roller coaster. When you guys lose, I kick stones for a little minute, but I'm not. I won't say I'm not embarrassed to go in public anymore. Like sometimes you have a bad performance, you're like, I can't go for breakfast today. But understanding what you guys still go through, the pressures in North Queensland, and I think for me and my role too, it also bridges a gap between the players and the commercial or the other side of the building. So everyone comes in, they know where I sit, and boys often come for a yarn, and I often do the same. So I go jump into Toddy's office once a week and talk footy and Same thing with milk, recruitment, just seeing what's going on. So staying ear to the ground and give my ideas if they're asked, or give my opinions if they're asked. And I know I've got a bit to offer to the game, and I still do some coaching with the QRL in their 17s and 19s pathways. So that's something I will get back to eventually. But for now, it's still about finding myself away from being on the grass.
Yeah, awesome. I think